Hey now, I'm back with another trading strategy review. In this video, I'm going to test a system presented in this popular Trade Prime video that uses Bollinger Bands and the RSI to generate entry signals. In addition, I'm going to show you how to make this system even better. And if you are not subscribed, then you may wind up like her. I call this system the Bollinger BAM. And like most trading systems, it can be adapted to Forex, crypto, options, stocks, indices, or any instrument that has significant volume and market participants. This trading strategy utilizes two free TradingView indicators. As always, links and settings to all indicators are listed in the description. The first indicator are Bollinger Bands. Inputs and styles will be kept at default. Bollinger Bands are a type of price envelope that defines a high and low price range signified by bands above and below the chart. The middle line is a 20-period standard moving average and is referred to as the basis. This study will be used to confirm our entry triggers, set our stop loss levels, in addition to deriving our profit targets. The second free TradingView indicator is the Relative Strength Index, or RSI. Inputs will be kept at default. I'm going to color it in yellow and thicken the line so you can see it better. The RSI is a momentum indicator, and in this trading system, we will use it to confirm our entry signals. Let's go over entry criteria and review some examples. As always, system rules and details are listed in the description below. This chart is the Euro versus the US dollar 15-minute candles. The rules to enter along on the Bollinger BAM are: first, we need to identify bullish divergence between price and the RSI. Here we can see a clear lower low on price and a higher low on the RSI. Second, after the divergence is identified, a candle needs to close above the basis line in orange on the Bollinger Band indicator. However, if the candle that closes above the Bollinger Band also touches the top Bollinger Band, the setup is canceled. Our rules are met when this candle closes. That is our trigger candle. We place our stop below the bottom Bollinger Band and target 2 times risk. And long example 1 makes an impulsive move to the profit target. If you enjoy this content, make sure to click that like button. I have one more long example. There is a clear bullish divergence on the RSI, a lower low on price, and a higher low on the indicator. Price then closes above the Bollinger Band basis line. Everything converges on this candle and it serves as our trigger. The stop is placed at the bottom Bollinger Band and the target is 1 to 2. And similar to the last example, this setup rapidly hits the profit target. Now we flip to shorts. This is what I will test for shorts. First, identify RSI bearish divergence. Here we can see a clear higher high on price accompanied by a lower high on the RSI. The second rule requires a candle to close below the Bollinger Band basis line in orange, but not touch the bottom Bollinger Band. All of that happens on this candle here. That is our trigger candle. The stop is placed at the Bollinger Band line and the target is 2 times risk. And short example 2 drifts into the profit target. I'm going to show you one more quick short example. There is clear bearish divergence on the RSI, a higher high on price and a lower high on the RSI. Second, price closes below the orange line of the Bollinger Band indicator. This is our trigger candle. The stop is placed at the top Bollinger Band and the target is 1 to 2. And after a long while, short example 2 hits the target. I'm going to give you some great ideas on how we can improve this system along with a trader's landing score. And now it's time to do what I do. If you enjoy this content, hit the like button. Remember, this is just 100 tests on one instrument. If you are thinking of using this system, please do extensive back and forward testing and be sure to let our community know what you discover. This test was done on Euro versus the US dollar 15-minute candlesticks. It took over 7 months to find the 100 trades. Most winners in a row came in at 6, paired with an alarming 9 losses in a row. But stay tuned until the end where I will share with you how to cut down that number significantly with my optimization tips. The win rate came in at 48%, which is good for a 1 to 2 risk versus reward, and the profit factor was under 2, Risking 2% per position, the total gain on account was 88%, not including fees, spreads, or commissions. The equity curve here is really good for the first third of the test. Then we have a large drawdown, followed by a recovery and then consolidation. Certainly, more testing is needed, but the equity curve indicates there may be something here. I give the system a trader's lending score of 7, because this system uses a good risk versus reward ratio, but does not account for the trend, and therefore could be problematic in a choppy market. Remember, the enemy of great is good. I have 6 ideas on how we can improve this system. First, like I've just mentioned, this system does not go with the trend. Here is a clear, very bullish trend and 2 sell signals are given. Why would anybody want to sell during this very impulsive trend? Second, when the top and bottom Bollinger Bands are very wide, it is an indication of high volatility, which is generally good for scalping. But the problem is your stop loss in this system is too far away from the target. Try to avoid signals that produce an unreasonable risk versus reward. Third, some other ideas that can improve the results are adding a simple 200 EMA to determine the overall trend direction. You can also look for entries at obvious areas of support and resistance, in addition to confirming divergences on multiple time frames. Next, taking all the trades from the test on the 15-minute chart and placing them on the 4-hour chart, we can see a clear downtrend. Using a higher time frame trend confirmation, and in this example only taking shorts during the test, would have yielded much better results, including eliminating so many consecutive losses. Fifth, you can add a trend confirmation signal such as hidden divergence to strengthen your entries. Here we can see a lower low on the RSI, but a higher low on price. This setup also contains bullish price action, with this hammer candle at the bottom of the Bollinger Band and a very bullish candle into the basis line. Look what happens next. Furthermore, anybody who watches this channel knows I love using volume. Using the previous example, look at all the volume coming in on the doji candle at the bottom Bollinger Band. It is the highest volume bar in a while. And look how volume lowers when price moves down and increases as price moves up. Using volume analysis to confirm your entries will help you to make sure you are trading in the right direction. If you want to talk to me and interact with our community, in addition to supporting the work I am doing here, you can do so for free by registering for our Circle community. And those who pick up a preferred or elite membership will have access to the discussion and education spaces in addition to the TradingView automated scripts and a private video on my personal trading system. Thanks for watching and have a great day, because you deserve it.